Imagine for a moment the possibility of having a clone of yourself. What would that be like? This isn't just a line from a sci-fi movie, but a real possibility that we're inching closer to every day. Cloning, once a concept limited to the realms of fiction, is now a scientific reality. From the humble beginnings of cloning a sea urchin in the late 19th century to Dolly the sheep in the late 20th, we've come a long way. Today, we're on the cusp of making human cloning a reality. But this isn't just about creating a carbon copy of ourselves. It's about the potential of life-saving organ transplants, the study of genetic diseases, and a deeper understanding of human development. But cloning isn't without its controversies. The ethical and moral implications are vast and varied. The question, however, isn't just about the possibility, but also about the ethical and moral implications that come with it. The concept of cloning isn't as recent as you might think. It has been a subject of study for decades. In fact, the first steps towards this fascinating science were taken more than 70 years ago. Let's take a trip down memory lane to the mid-20th century. The year was 1952. In a humble lab, two scientists, Robert Briggs and Thomas King, embarked on an experiment that would shape the course of biological science. They successfully cloned a frog using a method called nuclear transfer. In simple terms, they replaced the nucleus of an egg cell with the nucleus from a different cell. The result? A frog that was an exact genetic copy of another. This was ground zero for cloning, the dawn of a new era in science. Fast forward to the 90s, and the world was about to meet its first cloned mammal. Dolly the sheep, as she became known, was born in 1996 in Scotland. Her creation was a scientific marvel, accomplished by essentially the same nuclear transfer technique used to clone the frog over 4 decades earlier. But this time, it was done with a mammal. Dolly was a carbon copy of her genetic donor, making history as the first cloned mammal from an adult somatic cell. But why does this matter? These early experiments laid the groundwork for today's cloning research. They showed us that it was possible to create an organism with the same genetic material as another. They proved that we could replicate life, a concept previously confined to the realms of science fiction. These breakthroughs were significant, but they were just the beginning. The dawn of cloning ushered in a new era of scientific discovery, paving the way for advancements that we are only now beginning to fully understand. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the breakthroughs of the 21st century and explore the tantalizing possibility of human cloning. The dawn of cloning was just the first step, and there's so much more to come. As we moved into the 21st century, the field of cloning saw some remarkable advancements. This era, steeped in innovation and curiosity, has given rise to some truly groundbreaking work in the realm of genetics and cloning technology. Our journey starts with the turn of the millennium, when scientists started to clone endangered species. Remember the Javan Banteng? This unique species of wild cattle, native to Southeast Asia, was on the brink of extinction. But in the year 2003, scientists brought a cloned Javan Banteng into the world, marking a significant milestone in the fight against extinction. This success story was followed by the cloning of several other endangered species, including the Pyrenean ibex and the black-footed ferret. These achievements not only showcased the power of cloning technology, but also highlighted its potential role in biodiversity conservation. Meanwhile, another form of cloning, known as therapeutic cloning, began to gain momentum. This technique revolves around creating embryonic stem cells, which are identical to the patient's cells. These stem cells can then be used to treat a variety of diseases, from Alzheimer's to spinal cord injuries. The first successful therapeutic cloning experiment was conducted in the year 2013, opening up a whole new avenue in regenerative medicine. It's also worth noting the progress made in the cloning of primates, our closest relatives in the animal kingdom. In 2018, 2 macaque monkeys were cloned using the same technique that gave us Dolly the sheep, marking another significant stride towards the potential of human cloning. These developments have brought us closer to the possibility of human cloning. While the ethical and practical implications are still a matter of heated debate, there's no denying that the advancements in cloning technology have opened up new frontiers in science and medicine. And who knows, maybe one day we might just be able to clone ourselves. Now we stand on the brink of a new era, the era of human cloning. Imagine a future where we can clone ourselves. It sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But this could soon become a reality. The field of cloning research is rapidly progressing, with breakthroughs happening at an astonishing pace. We've already witnessed the successful cloning of animals like Dolly the sheep. And now, scientists are setting their sights on the ultimate frontier, human cloning. There's no denying the potential benefits. Human cloning could revolutionize medicine and healthcare. Imagine having a reserve of your own stem cells, ready to repair any damaged tissue or organ. There's the potential for organ transplants without the need for donors, and the eradication of genetic diseases through gene editing. It's a future filled with immense possibilities. But it's not just about the science. As we edge closer to this new era, we must also grapple with the ethical and moral challenges that come with it. Should we clone ourselves just because we can? What happens to our sense of identity and individuality in a world of clones? And what about the potential for misuse or abuse of this technology? These are deep, complex questions that society must confront. The scientific community is already engaging in these discussions, but it's a conversation that needs to involve us all. We need to ensure that the development of human cloning is guided by ethical principles, and that we are prepared for the potential consequences. The future of human cloning is both a thrilling and complex landscape to navigate. It's a testament to how far we've come in our understanding of biology and genetics, but it's also a reminder of the profound responsibility we carry as we push the boundaries of what's scientifically possible. The future of cloning is both exciting and daunting, filled with possibilities and perils. So what have we learned about the world of cloning? We've journeyed from its dawn, where scientists first successfully cloned a frog in the mid-20th century, to the present, where breakthroughs are happening at an unprecedented pace. We now have the technology to clone animals and have even seen the birth of Dolly the sheep, the first mammal cloned from an adult cell. And let's not forget about CC, the world's first cloned cat, a major milestone in the field of cloning. This rapid progress in cloning technology has brought us to the brink of a new frontier, human cloning. Even as we speak, scientists are exploring the potential for creating human clones, a concept that once belonged solely to the realm of science fiction. Yet, as we've seen, the world of cloning is not just about scientific advancements. It's about understanding the implications of these advancements on our society and our lives. The potential to clone humans raises complex ethical and moral issues that we must grapple with. In the excitement of scientific progress, it's easy to overlook these questions, but they are crucial. Should we clone humans? If so, under what circumstances? And what rights would a clone have? These are not just philosophical musings, but real concerns that need to be addressed before we take the next step. Moreover, the science of cloning is far from perfect. Cloning techniques are still in their infancy, and the process often results in failures and deformities. We need to ensure that the science is robust and safe before we even consider applying it to humans. While the possibility of cloning ourselves is tantalizing, it is essential to consider all aspects, scientific, ethical, and moral, before we step into this new era. After all, every scientific advancement comes with its own set of challenges and responsibilities. As we stand at the precipice of this new era, let's remember that with great power comes great responsibility. We hold in our hands the power to shape the future of humanity. Let's wield this power with wisdom and caution.